Okay, so can you talk about the issues related to food production and sustainability in mostly Sweden or even other countries as well, please?
Yes, the between food and sustainability, it's not really just production. There are whole array of problems, including distribution, consumption. But now I just like to focus on the production side. And as we eat many different kind of food every day, be it meats, fish, vegetables, fruits, or coffee or tea, that kind of things. There are number of commodity products, and besides, it's produced every year. The producer is like 1.5 billion people. So 20% of the development population is engaged in this. So this kind of making each issue to be very fragmented and hard to discuss. So I think I try to speak about important commodity products that probably meat, having a lot of consumption amount as well as the degree of environmental impact being huge, and it's tied to the pollution of nutrients or the cutting of trees, and there are a number of problems associated. So the beef production is certainly one of the most important areas. And so I like to focus on that aspect. Like why beef production is so important today. I mean, the original way of producing meat in your back mountain and having the cows eating grasses there was not so much harmful, at least energy-wise or water-wise. But as we try to and start feeding with some form of cereals, which humans also can eat, and then we produce those cereals, it takes a lot of water. So we typically say for 1 kilogram of beef, it consumes about 1 ton of cereals and then 6 tons of water. So just a small piece of meat is associated with a huge amount of the food and water, and of course energy comes with it. And so that's why beef is very important. And what we do about beef production, well, of course, in terms of climate change, carbon footprint impact, if we shift from eating beef to beans, that's going to reduce the environmental impact by 99%. So consumer's choice is obviously one to look at, as I said earlier. But still there might be some preferences, and not all the beef are necessarily bad. As I said earlier, if it's growing the pasture and if it's in a somehow more sustainable way, beef can be still useful, particularly if you look at the nutrient chain, like potassium in the land can be easily used up. And now one of the scarce resources food production we face is, not potassium, but phosphate. Phosphate is very critical. And in the old time, having the cows and the other animals moving around the pastures is one way to bring back nutrient back to the soil without creating under the earth crust and bringing it. So it could be actually part of the sustainable production if we design it right in each landscape. But compared to the other field of food like coffee or tea or banana, there's no agreed certification yet, at least what's employed globally. So this is a kind of the emergent area, and now big companies like McDonald's and the other companies use beef focus on Brazil and how they can make a better, more sustainable use or production of beef is under discussions. Of course, they're consulting with NGOs from NGO side and government side. There's huge interest in it. Partly because some complication is typically beef and other meat industries. It's heavily subsidized and it often becomes a way to export for many countries. So it can get also economic and political issues. But I think we need to tell the truth about what's going on in terms of the materials flows, water flows, energy flows, and look for ways to make it more sustainable. And I think we are having a lot of stakeholder dialogues, but it is critical to involve consumers' voices in there too. So, so it's not to say that let's abandon beef at all. And if we can reduce by 20%, 50%, this goes a long way. So we should definitely consider it. But some people may still prefer to have as a choice, and the choice is keyword for consumers too. So if you'd like to keep your choice of eating beef, I think it's a time to speak up and find out a way. There are a number of organizations, not just McDonald's. Probably McDonald's is a big buyer of the meat, but you can find many farmers trying to shift to sustainable farming, like doing the pasture grown beef. That's quite prominent in the northwest of United States. I do know less about Sweden, but I heard one of the hamburger chain in this country is actually trying to look for a way to source beef sustainably. So if you look for it, there are a number of players who are already working on it. And don't try to shoot for perfect, but if you can reduce the impact by 20 or 50% from last year, that's already some achievement. And then continue being conscious about it, then always you can look for a better way. So that's what I think about beef production